Hello, darlings. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you're another YouTuber, let me know down in the comments and I will sub you back. Now stay safe, wear your masks, and here's the video. Hello, darlings. It's Brandy here from BRC Nails. Today I am doing a double XL hot pink nail junkie set. But before we get into all that, I have a couple ladies that are having some giveaways that could use some entries. So let's get into that real quick. The first is an Instagram giveaway. It's the Cat's Claw 2020. And that's the stuff she's going to be giving away. She's looking for 150 followers. I think she's a little bit over half now. So if you guys could go and enter that contest, that would be wonderful. You know, show a girl some love, a new up-and-coming girl. So yes, please do that. Okay, and next up we have Miss Sassy Fantasy. As y'all know her, she is starting a new / second channel, Sassy Fun Nails, and she is doing a 250 subscriber giveaway from the Hand Dolly Co. UK. So basically, she's giving away a silicone hand once she reaches 250 subscribers, because it's YouTube subscribers. So she's still Sassy Fantasy on IG, but, you know, she's trying to switch over from Sassy Fantasy on YouTube to Sassy Fun with Nails. So, you know, that's hence the great giveaway for her 250 subscribers. So, those two ladies, go show them some love because, yes, everyone deserves support. There is enough for everyone. There are billions of people in the world, so we should join together and help each other reach our goals because nobody else is going to do it, right? So, you know, I know it's corny. That's how I feel. So, yeah. So the links for that, of course, will be in the description box. And now let's get on with the video. Okay, so we're going to go right into the Nail Junkie Northern Lights. When I saw this, Catherine actually is the one that hooked me up with this. But when I saw how beautiful they looked on her hands, I was jealous. Because this shit is straight fire. Like, you can't explain. It's just so damn beautiful. And it's, you know, a pink jelly-ish with this beautiful purple glitter that just comes through. And, oh, I love it. I love it. And I've been waiting for the perfect set to come along, and this is it. Okay? I am super psyched. I really hope that this set, like, does well because I can't imagine anyone not liking this set, okay? That's how much I love it. So what I did was I buffed the nail. I didn't put a base coat on and cure it and then go on. I just went in straight with the base coat and went into the dip for, you know, the beautiful color that I still love. At this moment, they're sitting right there on my desk waiting to be taken pictures of, and yes, they're beautiful. But anyways, so you want to make sure you're putting a nice even coat of base coat before you dip because the thumb ended up a little patchy and I had to put a second coat on all of them to fix that. I kind of wanted it to be a little more semi-translucent, but they are still beautiful, but I was not going to leave that patchiness there. So I was extra careful when it came to the other two nails, making them even, because that really screwed up the thumb. But it was an easy fix, and I didn't even have to pour with this one because the mouth of the jar is so large. So, you know, there's no extra wastings going on anywhere because I just love it. I did want to mention the other two nails are using the Benelisa Neon Pink. Oh my gosh, those neons are beautiful. And they could be one coaters, but I'm one of those weirdos that I have to put two coats pretty much on everything just to be sure. Even though a lot of stuff could be one coat, I always put that extra second coat. But it is good to put thin layers of gel and cure it in between than to try to make it a one coater and then you get like wrinkling or whatever because there's too much product on the nail. So sometimes two coating is very good. Oh, so here's the thumb here. I thought I did the thumb first, but I'm double checking the sides, making sure that it's getting that full coverage. But I guess I was a little too tight on the end because after I dip it and, you know, it cures, I noticed that it had that little splotchiness. And yes, I could not hold the little stand ends because the powder makes this glove so slippery that it's really hard to grasp anything once you get the powder on the gloves. So, you know, that was a little bit of trial and error. And see, like where I'm tapping and stuff, you can just see that it was not the best covering for the thumb. So what I'm doing here now is just dusting off the extra powder right over into the other jar, or in the same jar, because I am not going to be messing around with losing any of this powder. So you did see me patting at the thumb. I just wasn't happy with it. I know I've said it about 1,000,000 times already. So yeah. All right, on to the next part. I'm going to show you how I made those spinners and how you can make spinners using the base that I have in the TipsxPieces store. And it's really, really simple. I use my gummy jelly and shiny top coat from eNail Couture. And y'all know I don't love eNail Couture in any way, shape, or form. There are some good products. There are some really shitty products. But this is one of the good ones for me. But this can also be replicated with hard gel and a top coat or polygel and a top coat. It doesn't have to be these two products. So don't spend no money on eNail Couture when you already have what you need right there in your arsenal already. So what I did is I took a little ball of the gummy jelly on the end of a toothpick, and I mean little because these spinners are so tiny, but they can hold large charms for sure. So here we have the top coat that I'm going to mix thoroughly while I made a mess. I'm not even gonna lie. But whatever you use, whether it's the hard gel or polygel or gummy jelly if you have it, you want to make sure that the top coat is mixed into the product because that's what makes it really secure, is the combination of the two. Now with this charm size is a lot bigger than the one that I did in the other video or the ones that I have on sale. So it was a little tricky trying to get it to, you know, stand the right way. So I put it into the lamp. It's all together and set. You could see it spinning slightly. I'm going to use this new drill gel glue, which is basically the same thing as the other one, except it doesn't have a sticky layer, which is really good when it comes to stuff like this because you could take just a nice little ball of it, put it wherever you want it, and put your charms into it. Now with the spinners, you want to make sure that you're not going above the lip on the bottom of the spinner because it'll clog up the actual mechanism and won't spin. Originally I was going to put it as a top coat and then just fit the spinner into the top coat, but this was so thick that I didn't have a problem. Like, I didn't want to use it as a top coat. I could use it like a polygel or a hard gel, which is basically a hard gel. I also couldn't decide if I wanted it at the base of the nail or the middle of the nail, and I went with the middle of the nail, but I found it hard to make the spinner turn with the large length of the nail. So I think next time I would put it towards the base or put the spinner on the pointer finger like I did with the red set. Okay, so we're getting that on there nice and securely. It is heavy because of the larger charm on it, so it was sliding around a little bit, which, you know, I wasn't too happy about, but it all worked out in the end. I'm cleaning up around the edges to make sure that there aren't too many lumps and bumps for when I top coat, because that will show even though the spinner is there. And I ended up making a nice little nook where the spinner could sit. It's very, very secure. I mean, it's still on there. So that goes into the lamp for 60 seconds. And here is the spinning. Yeah, I was trying to get it to focus. I mean, I could just sit there and play with it all day, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's dangerous to actually have the nails on because I don't think I would get anything done, especially with the nail junkie powder. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't get anything done at all. Now, these products are also on my website, www.brcnailstipsxpieces.com. They are labeled as Metal X Type 1 and Metal X Type 2 because I don't want to put anything on there that has anything to do with Louis Vuitton. And knock on wood, so far so good. I haven't had any copyright issues. I am not tempting fate, okay? Let's just make that clear. Fingers crossed and the whole nine. With these charms, they are slightly convex concave so that they will hug to the surface of the nail and not have ends sticking out. Now the one near the bottom of the nail on the tip, that one, it does stick up a bit because of the shape of the nail. Next up, we have the glow-in-the-dark Louis Vuitton stickers. I've been waiting to use these too. If you are still watching this video, please hit that like button. Let your girl know you were here. Leave a comment. Please, please subscribe. Please hit that bell. Otherwise, you will miss future uploads. That's just how YouTube works. It's really not small creator friendly. But fingers crossed, you know, we'll be pumping it up there quickly, you know, making it to the top. Now, I do have to say with these stickers, once they are on, they are on. So be careful when you're putting them on because they will not be coming off. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. So I kind of did the opposite look, like the pointer had the LV in the middle. Actually, they both have the LV in the middle, but the pointer had the LV sticker, and then on the ring finger, it had the LV spinner with the two stickers, top and bottom. So I think it really played against each other, was opposites, whatever. I think it looks good. So that's why I did what I did. Now, I added this little name sticker down at the bottom, and it wasn't on right. But I had already pressed down the side, the left side. So when I realized that it wasn't straight, I tried to take it off and it ripped. And I couldn't get the other part off for anything. I had to actually buff it off and then put a new sticker on. So that was interesting. So those stickers, they stick. They ain't going nowhere. Now, I did 2 top coats on the Nail Junkie powdered nails because I wanted to not just like I said earlier, pile a whole bunch of polish on. I wanted to do a couple thinner layers just to make sure, you know, that everything was good. And since it was a loose powder, I actually took my top coat and put it on the palette and then used a separate brush to apply it so that no glitter or particles got into my top coat that I use on a regular basis, because I have about 6 top coats that have all different types of glitter and stuff in them because I put it on top of, you know, dip powder that I dusted off, but it still had some in there. Or like, there was one, it was like glitter polish. I thought I cured it and I didn't, and I put the top coat on it, realized it was wrong, and put the thing back into the top coat. So it's something I've taught myself to do, to not do, I should say. But I did want to show here how I got the top coat edging up to the nail, or edging up to the spinner, I mean, sorry. So you just take the gel and you kind of like push it up there the same way you would to get gel polish nice and neat in the cuticle area. Same thing. Now, I know my regular viewers have seen this time and time again, but I did want to show the nail piercing. I wanted to show how to open and close it, because there had been a couple questions about that. And it's easy when it's press-on nails. You don't have to worry about poking yourself anywhere. But when you're doing it on your own extensions, and please don't do it on your natural nails. Even if it's an overlay, please don't do it on your natural nails. Like, I would hate to have something bad happen to your finger. So, you know, full extensions only. So I picked the spot I want to drill in. I drill, and then I use the tack to stretch out the hole, because the drill diameter really isn't large enough for pretty much anything, so you have to stretch it. That's why I include the tack in the kit, just because some people might not have that, because I know that I don't think we have any in our house except for the ones that I have, so it's not an everyday item anymore. I decided to do the 3 size jump rings in gold, because, you know, I wanted all the metal to match. It doesn't have to, but, you know, just for this set, I wanted it to. And I do want to give a tip. When you're doing the 3 sizes, the 4mm jump ring, you want to make sure that that hole is as close to the side as possible, because when you try to close it, if it's not, you're going to have a hard time closing it, or it might close funny because it's too far away, so it won't actually look around. It'll be more like an oval. So it's just something to think about. Okay, and I'm going to show the whole thing all the way through. So I pick up the largest jump ring. I start with the largest and go down to the smallest. I take pliers on each side of the opening of the jump ring, and I pull apart and frontwards and backwards. So I over pulled with this because I was having problems with under pulling, but it came back together into the right shape easily, so it wasn't really that bent out of shape. Now the next piercing is the one I love. I decided to do the middle finger with the gold spike piercing. I'm really loving the spikes. I do have a oil spill set, so I want to use those too really soon in the near future. I decided to put the hole on the edge of the nail instead of on the very tip, because with this length there wasn't any issue of comfortability, but if for some reason I didn't want to wear the spike, I could always put a hoop through there. Because it's a light color, the hole would show, so you would want to probably have something there no matter what. And with these charms, both sides can open, so just be careful with that, because you don't want to lose the end of it, because then you're gonna, you know, it ends up being worthless if it won't stay in your nail, right? So you don't want to lose the little bobbies on the end, whether they're balls or spikes, whichever you prefer. Regardless, the hole has to be stretched before you can put any of that stuff in there. It did take a hot second to get it through there and to get the top on, or the end on, however you want to call it. But it went on, no fuss, no muss. And that's pretty much it for the set. All these little accessories are available in my shop, www.BRCNailsTipsxPieces. The Nail Junkie, she used to have a website. I'm not really sure what she's doing at the moment. I know she's very big on Facebook and TicToc, so you can contact her there and see what her wares are and what she's doing, because this powder is phenomenal. I have another powder of hers that I'm definitely going to try in the near future. But all the metal and all the stickers and all that are all mine from my website. So go check it out. Just take a look. You know, it does help the little algorithm thingies as far as where they put it in Google and stuff like that. So stop by and take a look. And yes, that spinner is spinning straight fire. Just So pretty much that's about it. Please check out the ladies doing their giveaways. The links to either the giveaway video or the giveaway post will be in the description box down below. I did want to give you a little bit of the glow action. I mean, it was daylight, so it wasn't like super poppin', but you could see it. You know what it would look like. I almost went with the glow polish, but then it wouldn't really, I don't know how it would look glow on glow, so I'm happy with the Vanillisa neons. I can't wait for spring and summer this year. I don't know about y'all. I think butterflies are going to be a huge trend. It seems like they're everywhere on Aliexpress. So that's something to look forward to if you love butterflies. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a marvelous day. And thanks again. Mwah.